Hey guys, Bjorn here again, Goosebumps #1 Aussie fan, bringing you another video. This one is just going to be talking about when will we start to see hordes of Goosebumps movie merchandise. So yeah guys, I'm sure a lot of you have been thinking the same thing as me, wondering why there's like no Goosebumps movie merch at all. I mean, there literally is like nothing. Like when you compare Goosebumps to like Batman vs Superman, Jurassic World, Star Wars, there is nothing in the ways of merchandise. I mean, nothing. Not even just Goosebumps movie merchandise, but no Goosebumps merch. I mean, when you look at the 90s, how much stuff there was, like anything you can think of, like that you would use around your home, or the different toys, or plush toys, audio tapes, like just anything you can think of, they had made it in Goosebumps form. But now there's just nothing. Like, I mean, okay, they did bring out some things for the Goosebumps movie. I mean, of course we had the movie books, like we had like a few box sets. We had Slappy's Revenge, the movie novel, Night of the Living Monsters, the Monster Survival Guide, activity book. What else did they have? Oh, we had the Goosebumps movie board game. We had a Goosebumps show bag in Australia at a place called the Echo, and inside the show bag, well, the actual bag itself was like a tote bag, and it was Goosebumps, and inside you had like little sticky eyes and a torch and a couple books. You had what else? You had like a drink bottle. You had green slime. What else? Like these little ant things. I can't remember what they were. Scene tape. What else we had? We had a couple other little things in Australia. We had like bike bells, like little bells for your bike. We had, well, of course, there's the movie soundtrack on CD, vinyl. But like when you really look at it, there is like no merch. There's no action figures. There's no pop vinyls. I mean, you would have thought that they would make pop vinyls. I mean, they made pop vinyls for everything, but not Goosebumps. I guess they just couldn't get the rights to do it, or something like that, I don't know. But if they did have the rights, I'm sure they would have made pop vinyls. I mean, it's a bit of a mystery why they didn't bring them out. Like, there's so much potential there. There could have been like a whole set of them. I mean, you know how you get those ones where it's like a car, or like, Daryl Dixon on the motorbike kind of thing. I was thinking maybe they'd have like the haunted car with Slappy in it or something. That would have been a really cool pop vinyl, like a big sort of one. But they didn't bring any of those out. I mean, they did bring out the Slappy bobblehead, of course, which was in my collection update. They have those in Canada, though. Nowhere else has them, only Canada, at HMV. And they also had like little keychain and pen. But when you really think about it, like if you walk into a place like Walmart in America, or Kmart in Australia, or Big W, there is no Goosebumps stuff. I mean, the only things you can buy are the books. I mean, we have a lot of books, though. Like, box sets. Like, every time I go to Big W or Kmart, there's always like a whole big bulk lot of box sets, and then a week later they're all gone, and then you come back another week later and they get another whole bulk load, and there's a whole section of Goosebump books. But when you think about all the other things like toys, plush toys, pillows, quilt covers, toothbrushes, the pinball machines, all different types of little action figures, and the pop vinyls, and board games, and puzzles, and school bags, lunch boxes, I mean, all the things they had Goosebumps in the 90s, there is none of that. There's nothing. I mean, there is literally nothing. There's not much stuff at all. And it's really sad. I mean, I think, gee, look at all the stuff that Star Wars has got, Batman vs Superman has got, but Goosebumps, there's just like books and the TV series on DVD. And JB Hi-Fi did have the soundtrack, but it sold out like that. And I'm not surprised, because the thing about Goosebumps is it's really popular, but there's like no supply. It's like it's in demand, but there's no supply. You know what I mean? And it's just really sad. I mean, we had a book festival here, and the Goosebump books were gone within an hour and a half, and it would make you think, gee, I would have thought they would really bring out Goosebumps, like a lot. I mean, hordes of Goosebumps movie merch, but they didn't. I mean, I guess it wasn't really overhyped that much. You know, I mean, it was kind of hyped, but not really. But it did really well. Like, oh well, not really well. I mean, it was kind of like mixed reviews, but I think it got more positive reviews than negative reviews. So it did better. You know, it did good, but not bad. You know what I mean? I mean, some people loved it, some people didn't like it, some people thought it was good. I mean, but it was generally more positive reviews than negative reviews. I mean, if it was 4.8 or 4.9 out of 10, then it was more negative reviews. But if it's more than a 5, if it's 6, 7, you know, then it's more positive, obviously. Like Rotten Tomatoes gave it 76%. But, well, certified fresh, 76%. But yeah, like, when it really comes down to it, there's not much Goosebumps movie merch. And I'm wondering when they will actually start making some. Like, I guess I might be speaking too soon. I bet like in the next month to 2 months, I'll walk into some outlet shop and they'll have a whole aisle full of Goosebumps stuff. You know, just a whole aisle. I guarantee there'll just be a ton of stuff. Before you know it, kind of thing, it'll just appear. But yeah, you know, I mean, they had a few little competitions of stuff. I mean, a lot of the competition stuff they did have, I didn't end up winning any competitions. I just, you know, found stuff on eBay that people had won from competitions and sold, and I thought, oh, I'll just buy it. You know what I mean? I didn't have to do anything. I just bought the stuff that other people had won and decided to sell. You know what I mean? But yeah, Goosebumps movie merch, there really wasn't that much stuff at all. Like, it wasn't like to the masses kind of thing, like heaps of stuff. There was not really. Nothing. And I really hope they do make some more stuff. Like, I think maybe now, because they see how popular it is and the books are selling really quick and fast now, like they're very popular again, maybe they'll be more prepared with the sequel. Like, this may have been just to see how well it does kind of thing, and if it does really well, then when the sequel comes out, we'll make a whole bunch of stuff. Like, maybe that's what they're thinking, I don't know. But you know, then again, it's like, if Slappy isn't in the sequel, is they gonna... Oh, they'd still do a Slappy pop vinyl, of course they would. I mean, because I'm thinking they probably just do pop vinyls for, like, the Goosebumps sequel. But yeah, of course, I'm sure they'd still bring, like, Slappy and, you know. But yeah, guys, that's all I'm going to talk about now for this video. It's not really, you know, it's sad, you know, about the Goosebumps movie merch. I would love for them to bring some more stuff out, but I guess, you know, maybe until the sequel, I don't know, they might bring more stuff, but at the moment it's looking like there's just nothing. And there's nothing being announced online either. I mean, of course there's that Goosebumps the game that came out, but we didn't actually receive that in Australia. I mean, I know they did in the UK and America, but we didn't actually receive Goosebumps the game. Even though it had in the back of the movie novel, like, coming this fall, we didn't receive it. You know what I mean? We didn't even get the game. So, but yeah, guys, rambling on again and again and again. That's all I'm going to talk about for today. I'll see you guys again soon.